Hi guys, time for a new video. A video from the New in My Mailbox series. As you can see here, there's quite a lot of stuff I have accumulated again to show you. Different things of different uses. I hope you will find something that you like. So let's go and check the pieces one by one. So let's start with this cable labels, let's say so, cable sleeves. These are just sleeves with numbers. Very flexible, durable. I have them in 3 different sizes. This should be for 1.5 square millimeters, 2.5 square millimeters, and 4 square millimeters. But as you will see, even the one for 1.5 are usable for a much larger cable, for the 2.5 millimeter cable. So let me show you. Here we have a 2.5 millimeter cable, and let's do that. This is how it looks. This is very stable and robust. I used them a lot before, and I bought these ones just to fill my stash because I didn't have any more. So these are the ones that I found that do the best job for labeling flexible or wire, hard wire, let's just, I don't know how to say it, yeah, cables. They are not very expensive, not expensive at all, and with my projects they go away very fast. So this is, for example, the EC0, that's for 1.5, EC1, for example. You see there is a difference in the thickness, of course, and the thickest ones I have, there are others too, are for 4 square millimeters and larger, of course, yeah, because they are elastic. This is the good thing. Links, of course, in the description. Sorry for moving all this thing. Yeah. And let's continue with, because we are speaking about cables, I bought some more of this silicone wires, not PVC wires. It consists of 6 colors with spools of 5 meters each. And it looks like that. Let's take one out. Let's take the yellow one. This is how it looks. Let's zoom a little bit. Let me show you how it looks inside. Okay, let's take a look how it looks inside. There are I don't know how many strands, but it is very fine stranded, and it's copper. So this is of course not the first time I'm using these cables. Very flexible and silicone up to 200 degrees. This is an AWG18, and as you see, this cable stripper, you will not believe me if I tell you that I have this thing since 1995 or 1994. Still works. I have already a new one, again a Weidmuller strip axe, but I don't use it because this one works perfect. Yeah, sorry for the intermediate information. Anyway, this is how it looks. Very nice. And very flexible. 6 meters, 5 meters in 6 colors. Look like that. Just to fill my stash again, because the ones that I had are gone. I took 2 sizes. This one is AWG 18 and another one with AWG 20. Again, same thing here. Very, very nice and flexible. I use them all the time because honestly I prefer these ones from the PVC ones. They go up to 200 degrees and they are very flexible. I use these ones, the AWG 18, for leads that I'm making, and I think I will buy the AWG, I think 13 or 14 for thicker leads. This is for the future. Anyway, these are the 2 things, the 2 cable kits, wire kits that I use in my projects, in my designs, in my prototypes, whatever you use. Silicone wire, very soft, a lot of strands. I didn't count the strands, but you saw it. Next, we have this piece of aluminum. Interesting, eh? No, it's not, of course not a piece of aluminum. This is a hot plate, or what is sold as a hot plate. It's nothing else. Yeah, I made it a little bit dirty here. It's nothing else than a piece of aluminum housing with a PTC ceramic element inside, heating element, up to, I don't know, 200 degrees, 280 degrees or something like that. That means that if the temperature is reached, then the PTC goes high impedance, high ohmic, high resistive, and stops drawing current. So this is how it controls the temperature. But this is the thing that I want to use for the project I plan with my universal front panel controller. This is the hot plate that will be used. Of course, this did not came with the hot plate itself. I just, for test, to try it, I used these connectors. Anyway, this thing gets very fast, very hot, and you cannot control it. And this is why I want to make in one of my future designs, future videos, in combination with the front panel, universal front panel controller that I made, the electronics and the design to control this thing here. It's cheap. They come in different sizes and how many watts they are. So I choose this because, yeah, it is a nice size. I have a real one. You know, the thing is, I have more of these things. I have a hot plate with a controller integrated, etc. But it's a big thing. Yeah, it takes ages till it gets hot. Then I have a reflow oven. To be honest, just to make one PCB, it's too cumbersome. So I want something fast that I can use for reflow soldering and desoldering. That is a little bit bigger than the small hot plate 50 by 50 that I showed you in my previous video, in one of my previous videos. So this is what is planned for the future, to be controlled by one of my designs, the universal front panel controller. Next thing, we have something interesting. I was browsing at AliExpress. Honestly, I do not know what I was looking for, but at the end I found this thing and I liked it. I have no particular project at the moment or designed that I'm going to use this, but the idea is good and perhaps I will copy this idea and do my own. This is a, let's say, a breakout or a module that consists of an I2C TFT OLED display with an SH1106 controller. It's a 1.3 inches in diagonal. It's quite a big one. Then it has an rotary encoder with a click button and 2 additional buttons. All the click buttons, or the buttons itself, the button of the encoder, and of course the encoder itself are equipped with RC circuits for debouncing. And here you have the connectivity to go outside to a controller board, for example. This thing would be nice, or is nice, to use it as a front panel, to put it on a front panel somehow. You have 4 mounting screws, and you just have the controls, 2 buttons, and the encoder. So in reality 3 buttons and the encoder, and a nice size display. This comes with another version of it comes with a 0.96 inches display, a smaller one, but the 1.3 is for me more interesting and I like it a lot. So this of course competes at the moment with my universal front panel controller, but my front panel controller is a controller that has everything on. It doesn't have only the display and the controls. It has a microprocessor. It has a lot of other stuff too. So for my design, you can be used to connect sensors or motors or whatever you want here. This is just the buttons and the display, nothing else. But it's an interesting alternative, and I'm sure I will use it. Anyway, as always, the link is in the description. And to be honest, I don't know, it cost, how much does it cost? Not even €5. You don't buy the components itself for €5. So this is why I bought it, just to play with it. No real plans for what I will do with it, but we will see. So let's continue. The next thing is something that I saw many times and I wanted to buy it, but I never did it. So after seeing it so many times, I said, what? I will take it. I don't know if I will use it or not, but I will take it. And honestly, I like it. It's a USB cable tester. In a few words, it shows you your USB cable, how is it wired from one side to the other, which pins are connected to what and what it is capable of. This thing is quite versatile. It has USB 3.0, USB 2.0, USB-C. It has indicator for the shield, for the metal shield here. You have an USB-B. It's a B or not? I think. What does it say? Yeah, B3. Then you have again a USB-C, USB micro 3.0. This is, never used these. These are very fiddly and I don't like it at all. And then you have a mini USB, a micro, and a lightning connector, I think. Yeah. So you have everything that is possible you get in your hands that has to do with USB cables. It's powered either from a dedicated connector with, I think, 3 volts. Does it say? Something between 3 and 12 volts. Or from the CR2032 lithium battery. I use this battery because I don't want to connect it every time. And you have here the switch that you can choose the power source. We have a regulator here for 3.3 volts that is only used if you use this input and it is higher than 3 volts. And here you see with LEDs, which of this, what is connected to what from one side to the other. And you have the test points too. On the back, you have the USB-C connector explained. It's a nice toy, not expensive. And with this variety of USB-C variants that are available at the moment, honestly, a very interesting gadget because it can show you in reality what your cable is capable of, at least in means of data transfer. Let me show you. Yeah, just a continuation of what I received, what I have here. Let me open it, if I am able to open it. Yes, I am. That's an Isager, I don't know how to call it. 240 watt, where does it say that? Yeah, supposedly capable USB-C to USB-C connector. This cable has a small display, as the other ones I showed you. Let me show you. Yeah, I just had to take out a small USB-C adapter. I have here a wallboard adapter. It's a Samsung one, and I think it is, I don't know what it says. Let me show you. It's a 15 watt adapter, no, 25 watt adapter, yeah. But it is just to show you how this thing works, the cable works. Here you see again the display. It says that this thing is power delivery capable, and it shows you the wattage, the watt, that is the power that is used. And for that, I connected, just for fun, this small heater, hot plate, 50 by 50, that I showed in my previous video. Let's start heating up. And here you will see how the power goes up. 13 watts is the maximum because it can deliver only 35 watts, 25 watts. Let's do it down because it's getting hot. Hot. No, it's okay. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you about the cable, to be honest. Let me disconnect this stuff. Again, a nice cable. Price-wise, very okay. Flexible. It looks durable. Nothing more to say. Link in the description. In the past I showed you a few of those Isager cables. I just wanted one with 240 watts, but now I want to show you this thing, how it works. Let's connect one USB-C and the other USB-C and turn it on. Doing. So what we see here, we see, first of all, we see that the shield is connected. Next thing, we see grounds on both sides. of the connector, we see that V bus on both sides, that's the 5 volts. This is that it can carry at least a lot of amperage, a lot of current. The CC1, the CC2, and where's the CC1? I've missed, CC1 pins, or pins that are used to negotiate the power delivery are wired. Then what do we have else? And we have only D plus and D minus. That means that this cable is capable of carrying a lot of current, but it's not a very fast one. It's only for 480 megabits because it does not use the 2 other TX1 and TX2 planes. Let me show you another cable that is faster than that. For example, and it took me a while to find a cable like that. This cable, you see that it has D plus, D minus, that's a normal 480 megabits, but it also supports the second plane with RX and TX2, and the first plane with RX1 and TX1. That means that this cable theoretically is capable of 20 gigabits of data transfer. What else do we have here? Yeah, it's a stiff cable. That means that it can carry a lot of current too. But this is the one extreme of the USB-C cables that are possible, that supports all the 3 data planes, D plus, D minus, RX1, TX1, and RX2, TX2. That's the fastest one from all. But now let me show you another cable that looks exactly or very similar to this one before. It's a Tuki that I showed you in a previous video. Let's connect it. One side and the other side. And of course, I'm not finding the opening here. Okay, we found it. So what we see here, again, that this thing is just a 480 megabit cable because it supports only D plus and D minus. So honestly, nice. I like it. It is really good to see what your cable is wired and what you can use for what. Because do not forget, some of the cables, for example, USB-C cables, are for charging only. They will not support even the D plus, D minus. That means you will not have any data transfer possible. So, a really nice gadget. Again, price-wise, not really, I don't know how much did I pay, 10 euros, something like that. And it can help you a lot of, save you a lot of frustration if you're trying to find a cable, or you take a cable that doesn't work and you don't know why, or your connectivity is not really okay. Take this thing, check it, and you see what your cable is capable of. Sorry, I did that all in the dark. I forgot to turn on the lights, of course. Anyway, because I'm speaking too much. Yeah, this is this nice piece of kit. Of course, I could make a complete dedicated video that only for that and go much deeper in the USB standards and USB-C standards and you see this is, there are many USB-C, USB-C 3.0, 3.1, 3.2, etc. And 1 and 2, these have to do mostly with the how fast what it is, the data transfer. But there are so many videos already on YouTube about that and about USB-C that I don't think that we need another one. So for that, let's continue with the next thing that I bought or I received. Click. And let's continue. Yeah, but before we continue, guys, if you're interested in my videos, if you like my videos, if you like the content, what I show you, my designs, etc., just give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. Over 70% of my viewers are non-subscribers. Guys, it is free, it doesn't cost anything. And press the notification button so you can be informed when I upload new videos. By giving me a thumbs up, you help me a lot. So, what is this? Heavy, big, massive. Well, this is, I have to go a little bit out of to show you better. This is a 200 watt, 30 ohm ceramic power adjustable resistor. Now you will ask, what are you going to do with that? You need it as a heater? Is it cold in your home? No, not really. But sometimes I need a pure resistive load. Unfortunately, this is not pure resistive because resistive, my God, yeah, because it's wire wound, but it's not an electronic load, yeah. And the good thing that it is adjustable up to 30 ohms, between 1 and 30 ohms. And it can carry 200 watts. Very good quality, not price-wise good, and there are a lot of other resistor values and power values. A very interesting thing. I use it, to be honest, when I need more than one load, because I have only one electronic load, a bigger one. Yeah. I didn't show you that yet, but perhaps in a new video. We'll see. But I'm using this because it takes much less space, to be honest, yeah, than a big chunky box of electronic load. Yeah. I will buy more of those with different resistor values, and I will see if I find ones with higher wattage, say 300 watts or something. Yeah, just wanted to show you in case you're interested in these things. That's a lot of power. You can imagine that this thing gets really, really hot. It is really good made. As you can see here, I already used it for a power supply, so I adjusted it to, I don't know what, yeah. I think a few ohms. Yeah, nice high power load resistor. And now I just show you the hair dryer I bought for my hair. By the way, I don't have any hair. My head is shaved here. But honestly, it's nice to have a hair dryer. How many times you needed pressurized air to clean something, dust or whatever, and you had to use the cans that are quite expensive with pressurized air that get extremely cold if you use them more than a few seconds, and if you tilt them in the wrong angle, you get liquid out of that. Yeah, of course, you can use it as a freezer, yeah, to freeze components, etc. But it's not always what you want, yeah. So when I saw this on AliExpress, I had to test it. I had to test it. So let me show you what it's capable of. This is how it comes. It comes with this long nozzle. You can remove it. It comes with dedicated filters, additional filters, and then a few other nozzles that you can blow up a air mattress or something, yeah. Then you have this beautiful thing here that I never used. And then you have the blower itself. It is really, really powerful. Here you see already, ooh, have to change the filter, or I clean the filter. Look at that, how dirty I made it, whoa. It comes with a 2-meter cable. It's a 2-meter or 3-meter cable? Let me check. Yeah, it's a 3-meter cable. So we put this thing and lock it. And I have to go a little bit further away to show you. Let me connect it. And guys, this will be quite loud. Yeah. Just saying. So, we have 2 power steps. That's the first one. Careful, it will be loud. Look at the power. Look at how powerful this thing is. That's the first. That was just the first power level here. And you see how powerful this thing is. Just go to the second. So, you got the point. For me, means I'm not going to use, or I will use this. I'm using this all the time to clean dust from PCB boards or from PCs or from electronic devices that are dirty and dusty. And the cans, the air pressured cans itself that I still have, are staying in the closet, or I will take them, I use them if I need something to be cooled down here for a cooling. So this is a very nice device. Again, this thing is available without a cable. That means with a lithium-ion accumulator, chargeable battery. But I didn't like that. I wanted something that it works when I connect it and I don't have to charge the battery, etc. I'm very, very pleased with that. I'm not making any PR for that, but it is really a good thing. The only thing is that if you use it for longer time, it gets quite hot, but you're not drying your hair with that. Yeah, I think if you use it for your hair, you will lose your hair of the pressure. You saw the pressure that is possible, that this thing can deliver. Yeah, very nice thing. A lot of power, and you have it when you need it. So, then we have one last thing, one last gadget I received. Let me show you. And this is the last gimmick, because it is a gimmick. Yeah, it's more fun than useful, or perhaps you find it useful. Many times you want to solder 2 wires, and you have to fasten them somehow so you can solder them together. Of course, you can use a third hand or whatever that's called, but there's a cheap way. This, it's not a 3D printed, it is injection molded, but a very cheap gimmick that you can put your wires where you want to solder. For example, here, like that. And you have it fixed. You don't need to hold them. You just take the soldering iron and solder those. That's it. What a complicated device, huh? But anyway, perhaps somebody finds it useful. I took it just for fun, yeah. It has two relatively strong magnets, so it can be fastened somewhere, but I'm using this translucent silicone mats that I like much more. I already ordered a few more of them when they came. I will show you from where and what. I love these mats. They are very strong in means of cutting. They're heat resistant to a few hundred degrees and very easy to clean just with water. That's it. Anyway, that was the last thing I wanted to, to show you. This is why I kept it as the last one, because it's more a gimmick for me. It's just more fun, yeah. But perhaps useful for the one or the other. It has cuttings for the different wire gauges. Anyway, well, that's it. So if you like what you see, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, or 2 or 3 or more, yeah. This helps me a lot. You subscribe, please, to my videos, and press the notification button to get informed when I have new stuff to show you in either mailbag stuff, mailbox stuff, designs, tear downs, etc., etc. There is a lot of stuff coming, but in more wider, timely distances, because I have quite some challenges at the moment, let's say so. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Please stay safe, my friends. See you next time. Cheers.